so we're going to start off this workout with squats. We're going to be doing kettlebell squats here today. You can do a barbell squat if you really want to. Really, we're trying to go as heavy as possible, so a barbell squat's going to allow you to go a little bit heavier. But we're going to use the kettlebells. It's just a little bit easier to kind of maneuver, manipulate. More folks are able to get in and out of it. If you're not really competition barbell squatting, there's not really a whole tremendous difference for you. But you do you. So anyway, we're going to line up feet underneath hips, using your feet to grab the ground, keeping that core tight. Remember, we're going to use our torso, we're going to keep upright. That includes our whole pelvis. So we're going to work on pulling your butt down and keeping the kettlebell up along with your chest. So we don't want to fall forward like this, whether it's at the hips, whether it's in the spine, whether it's at the head. We want to keep our chest up while pulling our butt down. That's going to be a challenge. I want to think about pulling into the hole. So we're here, core tight, pull yourself down, drive up. Keep that core tight. Don't let that pelvis dump backward or forward. Moving around, don't shift. Come here, don't let it dump, don't let it dump. Keep it tight, chest up. Always also come up with the chest first. We don't want to get down here nice and then lead with the hips and then go. We want the whole thing to come up as one. Your core job is to hold yourself upright. We're going to do 10 to 12 reps there. If you're underneath the bar, just do 6 to 8 reps, but we're going to do 10 to 12. And we're going to go over to the sled, okay? We're going to try to push the sled 30, 40 yards if possible. Grab just below the top, core tight, big strong strides, not letting that pelvis move. Bring that knee up high and kicking that leg out, driving with that big hip extension. Keep that core tight so that when you drive out, you don't arch the back. If you don't have a sled, you can get up against the wall here, and then you can go fast, and then you can go isometric and push as hard as you can. So get that heart rate up for like 8 to 10 seconds, and then push as hard as you can for another 5 to 10 seconds. And that'll really blow your heart rate up out of the sky. So after that, we're gonna rest for about 2 minutes. We're gonna do 4 rounds of that. Rest for 2 minutes, go back into it. Let's push the weight here. We really want to try and get something heavy, but keep that form. Try for the sled. If you can't have the sled, push against the wall. Do a fast sprint, and then hold, pushing maximally into the wall. Try to push the wall over, and we'll do that for 5 to 10 seconds each. We'll complete 4 rounds. Once you're done with that, we're going to go over to get a plate. We're going to use a 25-pound plate for the ladies with a 10-pound plate to kind of use it for a little second group. And then guys or ladies, if you want, if you're strong enough, we're going to use a 45-pound plate and then a 25 or a 10 and a 5 holding them together. We're going to do 4 different moves. This is a little shoulder blaster. We're going to hold here in front, okay? Letters facing out. If you have ones with handles, that's even better. You want to hold as close together as possible. We're going to do an upright row. We lead with the elbows. Keep your body still. There's no hip movement here. We don't move the body. We're here. Then we're going to go here. Notice how the plate is vertical. We're not here. We're holding that plate vertical. Again, letters out. Reach up. Keep those ribs back. We have no movement in the middle of the body. We keep the plate close to our face. We don't want to see you arch like that. If you need a lighter weight, that's fine, especially as the sets progress. Now, at this point, we are going to drop to a lighter weight. Okay, so I drop that. I'm going to grab my 10 here, okay? If you want to drop down to the 25 and a 45, or maybe a 10 plate and a 5 holding them together, we're going to do a front raise. So again, keeping that middle still, pulling the ribs back. We reach all the way up. Notice my pace also. I'm not swinging this out of control. I'm not going fast. I'm smooth. Smooth is fast and fast kills. Then we're going to go bus driver. So we're going to hold out, really reach out. Place these at your chest. Don't let it drop down to here. And we have bus drivers, hand over hand. Notice I'm making a big turn. I'm not short like that. It's a big, long turn. Okay? Reaching out. We have 20 of those. So everything's at 10. And then the bus drivers, you have 20 because you got a right and a left. So that is going to make your arms feel amazing. We're going to come over to an incline bench, and we're going to have a row. So real simple, keep your abs on, chest up, squeeze your glutes. We're going to go on a shoulder blade ride. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, let them apart. Shoulder blades together, let them apart. Shoulder blades together, let them apart. On number 8, we're going to hold for 8 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we let them down. After that, we will run through 4 rounds, okay? So we'll rest for 2 minutes, and and then we'll run through 4 rounds again. Those arms are gonna feel it. So if you need to decrease the weight on subsequent sets, that's okay. If you're in the middle of a set and you got like 3 of them, your arms are bent, drop the weight. I wanna get the form, I wanna fight through it. Just be ready to drop the weight. So have 7 plates around you, ready to go. Have a 5-pound plate, have a yoga block, that's fine. Your body doesn't know the difference. All right, moving on, our next drill. We're gonna go a staggered stance, kettlebell swing. So I'm gonna be in my split stance that I love so much. So my front leg is rooted, my big toe I found, my back foot, my toe is pretty much even with my back heel. You can play around with the distance, but I wanna be in this general area. I don't wanna be way back here. We're not trying to use this to keep weight on. We're trying to use this as just something for balance, okay? All right, so my right foot's in front, so I'm gonna have the weight in my right hand, okay? I'm gonna shoot my hips back and throw, back and throw, back and throw. So all the movement happens at my hip. Okay, the arm is just along for the ride. Tuck the hip, throw the hip. At the top, I am just standing up. So you can see, I'm not overextended, I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm pushing down through the ground and throwing that hip forward. The arm's just along for the ride. We're gonna do 10 on each side. So you'll do the right side for 10, then you'll do the left side for 10. With that, we're gonna grab a med ball. Okay, we've got a smaller ball, 8-pound ball. You don't need anything heavy here. We're working on deceleration, so we're working on the brakes. We're gonna take 2 lateral steps, get our momentum moving. We're gonna whip the ball over top, windmill the ball, whip the ball. A lot of cues that people like it over top, and stop it, pause it here at the top. Notice how I'm rotating towards my target, and I have the ball high. So I'm gonna start the ball here, step, step, whip, and I stop it right there. Then I reset, do not rush into the next step. Step, step, whip, pause, set it back down, control. Step, step, whip, reset. Okay, so it's step, step, push, rotate, come high. I've planted this leg, I'm just reaching high here, okay? Try not to come across your chest, try to stay high up at the top. All right, so a lot of folks have called that a day. All right, if you wanted to have a little bit of fun at the end, we flipped the tire outside. We did some med ball throwing onto the wall. We had a pattern. We're close to the wall. We take 2 steps out, load, and throw the ball back. So step, step, load, and throw the ball into the wall. Reset. Pause here, step, step, load, and then throw the ball back into the wall. You're trying to make that explosive. Step, step, load, throw. Step, step, load, throw. Make that throw as explosive as you can. We do 3 of those on each side, and then we did 5 tire flips. If you don't have a tire, take a med ball, launch it overhead, do 6 of those. That's a fun little plyometric hit finisher if you're looking for something extra at the end. So we'll do both those 4 times. Again, get your rests. Make sure that you're catching your breath after you're done. And then move on to the next set. If you have questions, comments, send them below. We appreciate you checking this out.